rolling.
And this is okay here.
Starting the streams. Now once I start, okay, we're going to go into your page.
Okay,
And
you got the code?
which page is that?
Oh, it's still open. It's
Oh, it's on
It's
this one
open
right here. Okay, got
right
it,
now,
got it,
actually,
got it.
still.
Okay. All right.
I didn't even push it. Yeah. You live? Hi. Testing.
Hello.
Hello. Mic's all on, yeah, testing.
Okay, you ready?
We're ready.
We are.
I want to call you Sonia. If I screw it up.
Okay. All right, I'm going to have to turn your mics on, so be quiet until I give you a hand signal.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TLC Unleashed Show, Hollywood Vibes, Sports and Life. We have two incredible, empowering, wonderful women in here tonight. This is a room full of powerhouses, so watch out, you guys. It's going to be a great show. It's been a great week so far. I'm loving being back in LA today, and I've been in San Diego a little bit and doing some great events. We were at the Del Mar the surf and polo match on Sunday, and that was incredible. We also had a really great event where actually I met Sandy at the Team Up for Tourette's. So shout out to our friends over there at Team Up for Tourette's. It was a great event in Hollywood, and so here today we've got two exquisite women. They're both professional in different areas. So we've got Sandy Dapoz.
Hello.
And we have Danielle Harvey. Welcome to the
Hello.
show, ladies.
Thank you.
So it's going to be a good one. So basically, we're going to start with Danielle. LA Temptation, Los Angeles Temptation. This girl, you can see how buff she is. She's making me look bad, and I just did arms
Never.
too before I got here. I was like, darn. So LA Temptation, she's a football player. So, I mean, you can tell, obviously, the way she's built, but, I mean, there's sexiness and this element to tell us what LA Temptations is and your football stardom.
Sure,
I love
definitely. So you're so correct about the sexy part. The funniest thing about me playing football is that I'm such a tomboy to begin with, and this league actually has brought some of my feminine side out, as you can say.
Good.
Never wore makeup, any type of makeup. I still don't wear a lot, but I know how to apply it now.
That's the first step, they say.
Exactly. I typically wear eyelashes for the team. That makes me a little bit more feminine.
When you're playing, you wear the lashes?
I do. I
That's
typically
awesome. Do they sponsor you for lashes? They should.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, well, sponsorship right here, guys.
Right?
Okay? Just
Eyelashes,
saying.
anybody?
And what? You've been playing for 6 years now. Is that correct?
I have. I
Okay.
started in 2010.
Yeah.
But I had a year off because I tore my ACL.
Yeah.
So took a little time off, had no choice because if I had a choice, trust me,
You'd be out there playing.
I'd still be playing.
Tape this up.
But I played 1 year for San Diego. They were called the San Diego Seduction, but they're no
Okay.
longer with us. Sounds terrible, but they're not. And now I play for the Los Angeles Temptation, who I've been playing for the last 5 seasons.
Okay, so tell me, 6 years ago you made the choice and decision, I'm going to play football.
Yes.
And in sexy lingerie, is that the way I say it? Is that politically
Right.
correct? Is that how I say
I
it?
mean, yes, but okay, so people are kind of hung up on the lingerie part, but the thing is, it was a gimmick. Lingerie football, it's gonna get, hold on, sexy women, and then
It's
real,
enticing.
some guys might be like, well, they're playing football, let me check it out,
Yeah.
So
Some
it got,
guys.
right, it got some guys out there. We had the neckties on before, the little garters around your leg and all that stuff. But once he realized that we were real athletes out there, then he had to switch it over. Hopefully trying to get us a little bit more respect. So they
Yeah.
changed it to Legends Football League. I would have called it Ladies Football League because we're not quite legends, you know. But
yeah.
But you know, it's cute. It's a cool name. But the reason I chose to play for the lingerie football league at the time is because I went to the tryout and I had a girl who was 5'1", a little Hispanic girl down in San Diego. Oh my God, her name is Australia. Love her to death. She knocked the wind out of me. When I tell you, I was sitting there gasping for air. They thought I was gonna quit. You know, I had never hit in pads before, and it motivated me. Teach me how to do that. I want to hit a girl who's 6 foot and make her feel that way. You know,
I love it.
So, like I said, it's a gimmick, the uniform to get people in the stands, but it's real football, and that's what kept me. You know.
So, okay, so what are the requirements to play in this league? Because obviously you're not just, pretty girls coming out in some lingerie. You've got to have some skill, you got to be talented, and you have to be an athlete. So is there a screening process? What kind of tryouts is there to get onto the team?
So basically the tryouts are held once a year, all you need to do is be an athletic woman, be able to catch, run, and be coachable. Okay. Because we don't have a Pop Warner. You could play.
I could do this.
You would look so phenomenal in our uniform. You
would
really
fun.
would.
Did you get to pick out your outfits?
Oh no, it's all one size fits all. So
that's okay. Whatever.
It is.
So look good in it.
You definitely would.
You do the tryouts. So who are the coaches? Are they ex-professional athletes? Who are they?
Our head coach's name is Tui, and I'm not even gonna try his last name because I would butcher it. I would kill it. But Tui formerly played, I believe, for the Raiders. I don't know if it was a season or if he just had a tryout or what, but he had some affiliation with them.
Okay.
And then his buddies actually at this point is who he got that played college football.
Okay,
and so, they had a higher level of football, you would call it, I guess, collegiate.
Yeah.
And so they basically are out there coaching us.
Okay. So, what has been your most memorable moment so far? Did you get that 6 foot big girl and just take her down?
Oh my goodness. So listen.
That would be me too.
Oh my God.
I'm going big for
I
big
have
girl.
a teammate named Sherry Owaga. They
Okay.
call her Scary Sherry. She's about
I'm scared already.
5'11". Right. 5'11", and she's gonna kill me, but probably about 175, 80 pounds. No one lines up with her. I'm coming over, I'm strapped up, I'm putting my pads on, my helmet on. I get over to the front of the line, and her line is empty. I'm going after her. I always want to hit the bigger person. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You just gotta know where to hit them and hit them hard.
Yeah.
So I pride myself in hitting Sherry at least once a weekend. Like if I take her down, it's nice because no one else does.
Yeah.
No one else wants to take her down. Right.
What a great stress outlet.
Oh my goodness. It so is. It really is. You're just like, you get out there in pads and you're running full speed ahead and to another woman, and it's just awesome. You feel that impact and it's like,
That's crazy. Okay, so let's get on this topic then. So you're hitting, you're wearing protective pads and stuff like that, because the big thing right now with the concussions and things like that. So do they teach you how to tackle and how to hit?
That's pretty much what we do at practice all day long. They
Right.
actually just implemented a rule because even though you're taught something, it's like when you get fatigued, you're just going to revert back to, I'm an athlete, let me just figure it out, you know?
We start to get sloppy when we're tired because that's just fatigue sets in. It's natural.
So basically, since the rule's been implemented, we can no longer grab them by their necks and tackle them. We had a lot of...
You could do that before. Why haven't I watched this?
So we had a lot of horse collars, as they call them, and a girl would get by and we choke slam them, and So after our last game, they implemented the rule. So pretty much that's all we've kind of been going over, working on our hitting technique, and especially when we're fatigued, and then working on our plays, of course, for our upcoming game.
So have there been some significant injuries in your league?
Definitely. The funny thing is, I guess it's really not that funny, but back in 2012, when Los Angeles Temptation won the final lingerie bowl, because now we're legends. But there was a player, her name was Mary Rose Roach, and she was by far the best running back in the league we've ever seen. I believe her background was track. So she'd get that ball and she'd just be gone. And so someone actually had horse tackled her, and
Okay.
it ended her career, unfortunately.
Aw.
So
okay.
it's been something,
Okay.
a role that, all the women, we wanted it.
Yeah, that's
now,
good.
we've got to work our butts off to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to on our part,
Okay, yeah,
So-
and obviously you're clearly training to be, at the level of the sport. I had read also that you're training with your brother, is that right, in his
Correct,
gym?
yes.
Okay, so how many times a week are you doing the training?
So I train with my brother. His name is Nate Harvey,
Yeah.
and his company's called Great Training.
Okay.
Typically during the season, about 3 to 5 days, depending on how tired I am and what I had to do. Because all the women in the league, we have full-time jobs. So
Okay, yeah.
we practice on the weekends.
And you have a great job too. Do you want to share with us? what
Sure,
you do?
sure. I'm a behavioral specialist, so I
Brains,
work with
beauty,
kids.
talent, athleticism. What
Thank
more do you
you.
want?
That's
Right?
awesome. And the funny thing about the stress reliever
Yeah.
is sometimes those kids, they can get under your skin, and
Oh, yeah.
they're kids,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You're just like, wait till Saturday. Wait till Saturday. I can
Yeah.
relieve all my stress. But
I'm thinking of aches and pains too, showing up at work.
true. And it's funny.
Soreness,
I had a
the muscle
supervisor
soreness.
that used to do this to me. You had practice this weekend? You had practice this weekend?
You're like, really? You're like,
And I
have
was
you
like,
seen me
okay.
tackle?
Okay. All right, stop. Because you are a little sore
Yeah.
as soon as you start hitting, initially.
Yeah.
But so in off season, I work out pretty much 6 to 7 days a week with my brother.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so you had mentioned to your friend, the girl that you'd like to tackle too, she was, 175 pounds. Is there an actual requirement for you to be a certain weight and a look? Because this is lingerie football, so obviously you got to play the part. It's like being an actress or
Exactly.
a personal trainer. So what are the requirements to be the physicality aesthetic-wise?
Pretty much, it's not a set height or weight. It's a look, like you said.
Yeah.
If you can wear the one size fits all uniform
Yeah.
and pretty much have a flat stomach,
Okay.
then you're going to be okay to play. We've got a few girls who, I guess they're called fat letters, basically kind of, I guess, something to tell them, tighten up or you're not going to be able to play the next game. So.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so.
But every girl
All right.
knows going into the league, they've seen the uniform, they see what you're going to be required to wear. You want to be comfortable yourself.
Yeah, you don't see anything jingling
yeah.
while you're running.
Yeah,
I know
there
a
are too
lot
many
of
moving
people-
parts, and you're like, whoa.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's kind of like, wow, what would you call it? A problem, basically, because he's saying, oh, only these women can wear it because of the uniform. But like you're saying, you wanna look good. This
Well,
is
you're
on
an athlete,
national
yeah.
television.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to look good.
So would you
Yeah.
ever envision, as a child, did you envision this?
No
to
way.
be in this industry
I-
at all?
Like
No?
I was saying before, tomboy. All my life, I've
Yeah.
always ran in the streets with the boys. I played flag football. I played,
Yeah.
basketball, ran track, cross country, but it was always fully clothed. Like I went from wearing basketball shorts that came below my knees
Yeah.
Yeah.
to wearing a sports bra and a wife beater all day
Yeah.
to now I'll put some lipstick on.
But I would think at the same time, when your whole full body's being exposed so much, right? It's going to motivate you more to work out and eat
Of
healthy.
course, exactly.
Yeah, inside and out. So
Yeah,
right. You're
especially
so right.
because we look at it too. Is doing the fitness industry as a fitness model and competing. It's like I know I got to get my butt into a bikini, and I'm going to be. They're going to be taking pictures, and they're going to be seeing everything.
Everything.
So it's the same thing, and it's your job. So you're going in being professional
Exactly.
and making sure you maintain that weight. So what does your family think of this?
Okay, so it's been
First
so
reaction.
many years.
Yeah, first reactions
that
you
they
know.
might have kind of at first been like, oh wow, you're interested in this, you want to do this. They knew I
Yeah.
loved football, but
Yeah.
they were surprised about the uniform, as anyone who knew me was,
Yeah.
So basically after the first game in San Diego that I got to play versus LA, which was crazy, we lost in San Diego.
Okay.
But after that game, my mom, my family, they see me play, and they were pretty much like, they didn't see the uniform. They're like,
Yeah.
my daughter's out there competing, my sister, you can hear my brother, oh my goodness, in the stands from anywhere. Go, Danielle, go! What are you doing? This is Harvey Island. That's what he calls it. Nobody comes in my area.
I love it. That's good support and motivation, because when you hear that, playing soccer and growing up, playing soccer in Canada was like, I could always hear my mom and my dad, and it was just, I'd listen for it, and that's all I could hear. It was just that tone, and, you could hear the excitement in them.
Yeah, or you're looking for them on the stands.
Yeah,
Are they here?
Oh, definitely.
And then it motivates, it gives you that extra adrenaline rush.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's great that they're supportive. And the 15 kids in your family, is that?
There's a total of 12
Okay.
kids. Like she's trying to make
Dan,
more.
you got your numbers wrong.
I was just actually sharing, I have a on my side, a tattoo,
Yeah.
and I have 12 butterflies.
Okay.
And they represent every one of my siblings, and then, of course, one for myself. So.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we segue too into what Sandy does for a living, I also want to ask, so how is it doing what you do, in this sport with men? Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Is this...
Oh my gosh.
That face is familiar to me. Oh yes, I get you.
Tried to date? Yes.
Tried is the key word, right?
Keyword, try.
Okay, yeah,
Good.
I get it.
Open heart.
I fall in, I fall into
Maybe
that category.
before, though. Very unsuccessful dating, and just...
Yeah.
I'm laughing, but I'm over it.
Do you think it's because, look, you've got a great career as well, and, some people may see that, you're out there in this sexy uniform, and men may not see you for your talent as an athlete.
Right.
They may just see you as that, as they
As
do when
yeah.
I am doing my professional figure, competitions, and they see me on stage, and they think, okay, maybe it's like a ditz or whatever. She's just showcasing her body.
Basically.
And, so have you had a hard time with that?
I don't think that's so much the hard time.
Yeah.
I really didn't think about it on that level either,
Yeah.
just being kind of seen as a sex object,
Yeah.
like, oh, you're just in a small uniform. But it's been ups and downs. There's been my fault for some of them, but, but mostly it's just a lot of guys aren't into the traditional dating anymore.
Yeah, we're definitely going into that in a second. I wanted, the last question too, is we kind of segue into all this fun stuff, and you guys are going to enjoy this. I'm going to try to stay as tight-lipped as I can today, but so did you have the rules of the game of football down, or did you have to learn them? And was there girls that were able to come onto the team that didn't know the rules of football?
There were in the earlier days, there were a lot of models. And that they were enticed by the lingerie football.
Yeah.
And we do take photos, you have opportunities to meet people. So
Yeah.
it is a good step, a foot in the door, basically, if that's what you're getting into, fitness modeling or anything. But oh my gosh, yeah.
So you knew basically the rules, because I'm assuming
Pretty much all of them. I didn't want to say all of them, but
that's
yeah,
okay. That's good.
Our
You
rules
can take
are
credit
a
for it.
little different.
Yeah.
So I knew all the rules coming in, and typically the girls do too.
Good.
Today.
That's great. That's impressive. That impresses me. I grew up with football. My first T-shirt, you'll understand this one, property of the BC Lions. It's our football team back home in Canada. My dad never had any boys, so I was fishing, I was watching baseball, basketball, like everything, you name it. But so my little football T-shirt was my first shirt.
That's a popular shirt, though. I've seen that out here, the BC Lions shirt.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So there you go.
Definitely.
And just to really kind of go back to what I was saying about seeing as a sex object, I never even saw that. When I looked at you guys out there as a female's perspective, I looked and went, wow, these women are talented and, athletic, and I admired you. And I didn't see the uniform, and it didn't cheapen you or dull you in any way. And so I just wanted to tell you that from another female's perspective.
I love that.
Because I really thought it was beautiful. And when I saw that picture that I posted up on Facebook today of you, I was just admiring. I was like, wow, they're fit and they look good, and they're just like little, strong girls.
And what's funny is that's Stevie Schnorr
Yeah.
that plays for Seattle. She's from Canada in the picture that she posted.
There you go.
Funny that,
You see how I tackled her from the side?
Yeah.
You don't want to go heads up with that one. She's pretty strong.
Yeah, no, thought it was a great tackle move too.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys got to check that picture out on my Facebook.
Real quick.
But
I
yeah.
totally appreciate that. A lot of women, they either don't respect what we do, or they're instantly, in my opinion, they can't wear the uniform, so they kind of judge us,
Of
thinking,
course. Yeah.
oh, you know, oh, they're just sex symbols or whatever. No,
But you know what? Everyone's always going to have
Insecurities.
their own
True.
own judgment, own perception.
Yeah.
And you
So
know
true.
what? Disregard it. Who cares?
Yeah.
If you're happy and you love what you do, that's what it's all
You're
about.
right.
Yeah.
So
Forget
right.
about the rest. But you know what? There's millions of people, like you just said, your audience. Like, we support you and like we
Yes,
value
yeah.
and appreciate that.
Female.
So yeah, female empowerment. Like, oh my
Exactly.
goodness.
That's what it's about, and that's is coming into that day and age now, and it's such a beautiful thing for us to be able to look at that, because we're supposed to lift each other up as women,
Yes.
and yeah, we do have our own insecurities. Everyone's got them. I've got a list of them myself, but it is a nice thing that I could appreciate as an athlete as well.
So
you
much
know.
discipline too is
Oh, yeah.
involved. Your diet, your schedule, and then you're incorporating
Yeah.
your full-time job into it. That
Yeah.
So
Very true.
So you guys are coming to a game. You're gonna pick up some tickets on July 8th, and where are we gonna see you play? In
So-
Ontario, not Canada.
No. Our next and final home game is played at the Citizens Business Bank Arena,
Okay.
and that is July 8th at 8 p.m. Yes, please come out and support us. Ticketmaster.com. Also,
Okay.
if you check my Facebook out, Danielle Harvey, you can go to a link and purchase tickets from me.
I love it. Get some tickets, you guys.
Yay.
I definitely want to go.
yeah.
I don't know if you're here, but you guys come out and support
dope.
for sure. I know Dan will be there.
Yeah.
Dan loves it.
Everywhere.
And I just wanted to, let's show off this
Dan will
hat.
be there with his hat on.
Yeah, this is an awesome hat.
Yay,
So,
go Temptation.
Yeah, go Temptation. So they're gonna kick some butt on July 8th, and we're gonna watch this girl kick some butt too. I want to see you go after the big girls.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be my exciting
Yeah, because
time.
the tall ones, we fall down.
Yeah.
Love
Yes.
it down.
Oh yeah,
Love
I fall
it.
hard. I love it. And we're going to move over and we're going to talk to Sandy about her business and her career. And Sandy's actually a fellow Canadian as well. So we
Canuck
bonded. Yeah, a little Canuckian. So we bonded on the red carpet the other night.
Yeah,
and
we instantly bonded.
Yes.
That's nice. That's nice.
it's a funny, not that I don't gravitate towards American people, but I'm meeting so many Canadians lately, and it's just, I guess it kind of makes you feel a little bit more comforted
Well,
because we get homesick, and
And plus, it's so rare, like in Los Angeles, that
Yeah.
it's, that instant connection, right? Genuine. Oh, you're raw.
yeah. So it's nice, and you're also LA based, and Canadian based matchmaker, dating expert. So I clearly brought her on the show so she could help me. Selfish
You don't need that much
reasons.
help. You're so outgoing. I've seen you work that red carpet, interviewing
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. I definitely excel in my career. But dating, and like you said too, it's difficult. And I'm actually very curious. My first question is, I'm curious if it's harder to find real great relationships in LA or in Canada.
Ooh. So I would say Canada area, like Ontario based, is more
Okay.
family orientated
Okay.
compared to Los Angeles. I found a lot of 30 and 40 and up haven't even been engaged or married. They've been single.
Yeah.
So that was I had to learn a lot, and I had to learn fast and quick in LA how the
Okay.
single scene is, but also how the relationship dynamics are. 'Cause the
Okay.
dynamic is so different
Yeah.
here compared to back in Canada and Toronto area.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So how is it different? What makes it so uniquely different?
Well, first of all, LA, right? City of
Yeah.
Angels, known as La La Land. So you're in the entertainment industry. Everybody wants to up everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, so what do you do? All you hear when you ask somebody, what do you do? I'm an
Producer.
actor. I'm a model. I'm a producer. I'm a director. So some people will utilize dating to up the ante, to get their connections, to get in, or to be known in the spotlight, right? Just use and abuse you, basically. You
Yeah.
know what? You're good for tonight. I got what I want. Boom. Next.
How did you get into this industry? You've been doing this for a while, and the Volt
Connection.
Connection. Okay.
Yeah, so
good.
I actually named my business Volt Connection. I was at the gym working out, and I seen a Volt box. So the Volt box to me represents that it's electrifying, it's bold, it's strong, it's empowering, right? And what is love? Love is that connection, electricity, the sparks.
If you, when you, and if you,
Right. So that's how I came up with my business name. It actually took me a year.
Okay, that's good because it comes naturally and it's authentic and then it's organic. I always find, you know, I've come up with my business and company names when I'm sitting like doing absolutely nothing. You just look at a picture. It's the same type of thing.
Yeah,
That's
is.
great. So
That's for sure.
you've been doing it for how long now?
So it's been about 3 years now.
Okay.
And I expanded in LA within like my first 4 months of starting my business.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I jumped into it, and then the things just started progressing.
Okay.
Right, the ball gets rolling, and you got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
Trust me, when I started my business, I had no intentions coming out to. I haven't even been to LA when I first started my
That's
business.
incredible.
I came out here for my first show.
Yeah.
So that's how it all started, and you know what? I'm loving it. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
Just even the vibe, the energy vibe. It's awesome, but lots of filtering involved here.
Okay, so let's go back to filter. So I want to talk about filtering. I want to talk about how the process works. So we come to you. Sandy's gonna fix us up with the perfect man. And what's the process like? Are we allowed to share
so
that?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So the process is pretty intense.
Okay.
So yeah, we would set up a meeting. I meet with all my clients in person.
Okay.
It usually goes from an hour to 2 hours. And prior to that, I'll submit a form, and you'll submit it back to me. And it's just, I really have to get in touch with you, get in tune.
Yeah.
What type of person are you? Your personality, what happened in your past relationship, your childhood, and you know, get to know what are your life goals. So there's a lot of self-development factors that I need to know too, and what turns you on, what you don't like. But in every relationship, right, there's a trigger that, and there's a reason why it didn't work. It could be because of the other person, or it could have been because of you. And it's interesting. It's after that process, I get to know you. I have to go to my database and arrange the date. But I will not arrange the date until I know your full intention and you have your heart open to meeting this right person. Other than that, there's no point. If you're not open to it, your heart, and you're not ready, we need to work together more.
Yeah.
And I notice this, and my clients think, hey, I'm ready to date, I'm like, oh, no. You need to work on your self-confidence. You need to work on this. Or self-sabotage.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in areas of my life where it's, you know, you don't even realize, and like you said too, whether it's you or it's the other person, and sometimes you just, this light bulb goes off and you go, wow, am I sabotaging this? You know, this is a really good thing.
Based out of fear.
Yeah.
You know what? The
Fear is
top
the
two
biggest thing.
is confidence and self-sabotage.
Okay.
And some people, the third one is you're not recognizing the signs from the other person because you're just so on cloud nine, you're excited, you're hype, or you're still stuck in the past. I'm not over it. Oh, I remember such and such did that. My previous guy did that when I dated him, right? And then right away you're instantly turned off. But even when you first text and you talk on the phone, there's signs. Of how they're going to treat you. There's little tips and tricks.
All of these.
Those red flags, I keep missing those on the field, speaking of football. It's like, they're like everywhere. I'm like, no, this is great.
But the thing is, at times, and you know what the funny part is? You see the signs, and you'll bring it up to your girlfriend, but what do?
Yep.
You talk yourself out of it, or you make
Absolutely.
an excuse.
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Why? Why are you wasting time?
Why do you think?
Oh,
Tell me, because I want to know, because I do it all the time.
Because a lot of people, it's based out of fear. I don't want to be alone. I'm such and such age. Or it's just, it's nice to have a companionship.
Yes, absolutely.
But then again, you don't want to settle, because if you're just settling like, hey, it's nice for companionship, it ain't going to progress any further.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be tapping out there and getting out. Right?
Yeah.
So,
and it's hard to get everybody, both parties, both men and women, in the same place at the same time.
exactly.
You know, and to be, because it's about timing, is it not?
Oh, it's timing. Is the other person ready to date? Do they want a relationship, or they just want to date various amount of people?
Yeah.
And so that's the great reason to hire a matchmaker. Eliminates some of those games, and you know that the other person, they truly want to be in a relationship. They're not just play games and waste time.
Yeah.
So
I like that you do the process of sitting with them for an hour or so because, you know.
Oh, I do even more.
Good.
I'll meet you at your house because when I'm meeting you in your house, first of all, your guard's down.
Yeah.
You're comfortable. I'm going to know your style and taste. I will also, whoever I'm going to match you with, I don't disclose where you live, what you do for work. I have a very big pet peeve, and that is prejudging people.
Yes.
And I know that's a huge thing in LA.
Yeah.
Hey, where do you live? What's your location? Based on that, they'll know if they want to date you or not, or what you even do for work.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's no one's business. Even a photo. A photo means nothing now with all the filter systems.
Yeah.
Some people are photogenic. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I eliminate even the names. You'll just have the first name. I eliminate a lot. And when my clients come to me, you purely have to trust me.
Yeah.
Because I'm only giving you very little tidbits of information.
Yeah.
But that's for a good reason. That person's not going to judge you based on your income and where you live. Because
That's
you know what?
good.
That ain't
That's
going to
great.
last. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It ain't going to last.
Yeah. The
So-
materialistic things never last.
So once I have the date set up, I actually do a little pep rally before you meet your date, and the reservations are under my name. So I arrange the date just
This is
for a
awesome.
nice meeting, and then after
Okay.
that, I follow up with both of my clients.
So you're like the third wheel at the first date.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
sitting there.
So it helps to have a little bit of a common ground, but not too much, because
Okay.
I don't want to be mama bear always involved. I'm involved the first few dates to follow up, see how things are going, coaching you, tweaking you guys.
I love it.
Yeah, but every client is different. And when I even coach them, everybody has different needs. Like it could be style or personality or, like I said, confidence, or even how to flirt, recognizing flirting behaviors.
Yeah.
Or even texting. Some people are too needy and they text all the time. Right? Or some men have no
Yeah.
concept like, hey, be a man, call, follow up this
Right.
location.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna meet here. Or even offer the lady, hey, which restaurant would you like to go to? What type of food do you like?
Nice.
So
But you can't always be with them. So what happens after you've coached them a little bit and then they're like, you know, the needy guy's texting too much or the needy girl, whoever it is.
well, hopefully, prior when
Yeah.
it gets to that extent, they learned a lot, valuable
Good.
lessons, right? And the main thing is, number one is self-love. Know who you are inside and out, your personality. What do you want in life? What type of life do you envision with that partner?
Yeah.
Because you got to have that compatibility, and you got to know what you
Yeah.
want, because if you don't know what you want, I can't help you.
Yeah.
I could give you one of the best gentlemen out there, and
Yeah.
it's just not going to click.
Absolutely. And do you find, because it seems like this day and age with all the dating apps and all that other stuff, online dating, that people don't really, like you said, don't really know what they want? Because when I ask people, like, well, what do you want in a relationship? Do you want kids or do you want,
Like,
these
that's
are
a
the first.
turn off. Like, if you don't know what you want, like, I'm sorry, I don't.
Well, I might want to have kids or things like that, because those are deal breakers. If you're with somebody that doesn't want kids and you want kids, you need to know that
So
right
you gotta
away.
make a list of your top 10 important standards. Like, hey, I want kids, I want this. And if anything doesn't click with the other no.
Yeah.
You gotta eliminate the person. Don't waste your time. Get in, get out. But also, if you haven't had a lot of dating experience, go out, date various types of individuals and personalities, and because you're going to learn more and then recognize it a bit quicker.
Yeah.
But the key thing is, confidence, self-love, know what you're looking for, have an open heart, no prejudging.
Yeah.
Because some people are like, oh, we have that chemistry instantly. Really? No. No, that
want to have
is
sex
lust.
with each other.
That is, I just want to
Yes.
sleep with you for one
Yes.
night and a lust.
Yes.
Because you know what?
Yeah,
Just like
that's-
friends. You don't know. You can meet your one girl and then 5 years later, she's your best friend.
Yeah.
Why? Because you build a foundation. And when you have a partner, if you're serious about a relationship and possible into marriage, you want them to have your back. You
Yeah.
want them to be your personal
100%.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
What makes you happy? How can I help you?
Yeah.
So today I was posted on Facebook is there's 5 languages of love.
That's my favorite book. One of my favorite
You're-
books. I was
awesome.
going to
You read
say
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, I've
I
read
read
it a
that.
few times. It's actually amazing. It's actually funny that my ex-husband, of all people, made me read it. And clearly our languages of love were not even close. I was like, why don't you give me this book before I married and divorced you? But at least I know of it now, and I'm still reading it and learning.
But isn't it interesting?
It's
Because
fantastic.
the 5
Okay.
languages of love you can utilize it, well, you do utilize it into every type of relationship, right?
Yeah.
Your family, your friends. But it's even interesting, your top 2 of the love style that you have, if
Yeah.
you think back into your inner child, what triggered it? How did your parents treat you? What type of love did they give you?
Yep.
Was it an affirmation love? Was it a
Presence.
touch of love? Yeah, I get deep.
While you're taking mental notes, just to let you know it's
Yeah.
all getting written
It's
down.
really great,
oh my
and
God,
it
this is
changes.
awesome.
That's the most incredible thing about it, because every year I do it, and I just keep changing and evolving as a person and as a woman, and I keep looking and going, because at
But
first,
no, but sorry, the longer you're single too, the harder it is to date.
Oh, great.
Sorry.
I'm gonna
Because
be,
you got
I'm
your.
gonna be honest. I hate dating.
So do I.
I've never been a
Ugh.
dater. I don't like to serial date. I don't date more than one guy at the same
That's
time.
awesome. That's good.
I really do like relationships.
The traditional, right?
I'm traditional. I'm
Same
old
here.
fashioned.
But that's the way it should be. Too many people are dating 5, 10 people, but they're
That's
not dating. They're
crazy.
sleeping
How do you
around.
know them?
Yeah, so let me ask you that, because that actually bothers me, because, you know, you meet people and they're like, oh, I got 5 girls or 5 guys on the go, and it's like, you know, I remember back when I was going through relationship counseling years ago in a long, steady relationship that I was common law with back in Canada, and I remember my counselor saying to me, if you're got your foot in the door here and your foot out the door here and you're talking to someone else, how can
Yeah.
you engage fully and give
You
them all your
Right.
you know, love and adoration and all these things? And that really stuck with me till today, because it makes so much sense. If you're texting someone else, or you're emailing or Facebook messaging and doing all these things, you're distracted and you
Totally.
can't put 100% into
But
that
now
quality
with the
relationship.
dating apps, it's easier now
So
than ever
easy.
to get all your needs filled. With the
Oh.
dating apps, right, you could get your needs
Well,
loved.
ego.
Right, your ego boost. Like, oh my goodness,
It's
I
like
found
number
this
1
hot,
now. Ego.
gorgeous.
Oh,
It's like the likes
sad.
on social media.
Yeah.
You got to boost your ego somehow.
Yeah, that also, you know, like, oh, maybe she just wants a one night stand. Oh, I could try, right? So you can
Yeah.
get your different types of factors, your physical needs, but emotional needs too. It's so easy. You don't have to leave your house. You can be in your PJs and still do it, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, personally, I've got on them, and then a month later, I delete it. And I'm just like, I don't know why. The last guy I tried to date, I got his phone and looked through it. Different story, sorry. Anyway,
yeah.
30
Don't even get me
different
started.
messages. And
Yeah.
all of them started out as, I like your mindset. Like, he's trying to mentally fuck them almost. You know what I mean?
there's a
Like-
lot of manipulation.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
excuse me.
that's very.
You can say it.
That's yeah, that actually really bothers me. I'm glad that we touched on that subject too, because that's where, you know, I find the trust is really broken, because it's so corrupt these days. For someone to have a you know, a conversation, the same type of conversation, when you read these message threads, and I've done it too, and it's just like they're literally saying, like, copy and pasting what they said to you, and it's like, wow, that hurts, because you're thinking, I'm not special any longer.
Great. So,
Right.
so my number one rule for dating app: if you are utilizing a dating app, week only. If that person has not set up a date to meet you,
Okay.
that's it.
Okay.
Toss
And
it.
a
Why?
date, not
If I
hang
am
out.
so excited and eager that we're talking back and forth messages,
Hang out.
why are you
Right.
wasting time, right?
Exactly.
Just get to the point. I'm gonna
Yeah.
meet you. It's a completely different relationship online and then in person.
Yeah.